Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to God of War. Tonight we're finishing this game. As I mentioned in the previous stream, we have about 2 to 3 hours left of the game. And I'd like to not extend our time any more than we need to. So, yeah. Pretty much all I have to say about that. There's been some gaming news happening this week, so I'd like to discuss some of those in tonight's stream, but otherwise we can just get right on with them. First of all, silence the music, because we don't need that anymore. And make sure my witches are working. Yes, my witches are working. Okay, cool. And again, for those of you who weren't here in the previous stream, we have a new darker like stream background to make the darker games, like visually darker games, a little bit easier on the eyes. And that should be all about all I need to explain. So we do have a bit of a longer stream today, so let's just I keep saying let's get on with it, and then I don't get on with it. Let's actually get on with it. Okay, so last time we were here in the place location. What's the place called again? But yeah, here. And the Cliffs of Madness, that's where we were. And we have some dudes. So yeah, we have some gaming just to talk about. So first of all, today it was revealed that you know, fitting for my name, Kingdom Hearts is coming to PC, which is something I've actually like discussed in the previous backloggery cataloging stream. It's like, would it be nice if Kingdom Hearts made it to PC? And now it did. So I was like, wow, that's convenient. But it's only coming to the Epic Game Store. Now, when I say Kingdom Hearts, I mean like all of them. Like all of the Kingdom Hearts are coming to PC. So that's pretty cool. And I'm almost dead already. There's not about that. Oh look, there's Athens over there burning in the distance. That's a sight to see. Well, I guess that means we're not too far from Athens right now. I'll do it. Maybe the game wants me to like take care of these guys over here first, real quick. And again, I can probably just keep going without worrying about them too much. But yeah, all of Kingdom Hearts is coming to the Epic Game Store, not to Steam. I mean, it'll probably come to Steam eventually, but it's not coming to Steam right now. And obviously, that's bothering a lot of people, because a lot of people do not like the Epic Game Store, myself included. I am not the biggest fan of the company. However, it is still very, very nice that we're finally getting the series on PC. I am actually not entirely familiar with how the like performance is of the games on PS4. I'm pretty sure Kingdom Hearts 3 doesn't run at 60 frames per second. I don't know about the other ones. They might. I'd have to double check. And then Kingdom Hearts Memory of Melody, you know, that's a new one. That probably doesn't. I'm guessing that most of them don't actually run at 60 frames per second. So I'm hoping that they'll either run at 60 natively on PC, or there will be an easy method of making them run at 60. That's always my main priority. Does the game run at 60? And this is a very cinematic rope that I'm looking at. Also, mod support will also be pretty good. I don't know how mod friendly the Final Fantasy games are, they might be like fairly mod friendly, but I don't own any Final Fantasy games on PC, so I can't actually confirm. Did you say you were wrapping up with this game? Is it really almost over? Yes. This is the 5th and final stream. This is the 5th and final stream of God of War. We're I think there's a little bit more than 2 hours left in the game, but it's not gonna be enough for me to like really go back and like try to do much with it. What am I trying to say? No. There's 2 hours left in the game, or a little bit more than that. And if we have to go a little bit longer than 2 hours, that I'm okay with that. And yes, there is a little bit of extra content in this game, but I don't like that little bit of extra content. I think it's a lot more frustrating than it is entertaining. I will show it once we're done here, so you guys can see what it's like. But it's stuff. Anyways, should we really save already? I mean, sure, why not? But yeah, anyway, so Kingdom Hearts is coming to PC. So that's great. And there was something else that yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4 is also coming to PC and PS5 and Xbox Series and Switch. So Crash Bandicoot 4 is going to be available on everything. Kingdom Hearts is becoming available on pretty much everything. I wouldn't be surprised if they announce a Switch port of the Kingdom Hearts games sooner or later. And there was something else. There was something else that they like just announced, like either today or like earlier this week. I have to think about it for a minute. Let me get some kind of infinite battle gauntlet where you shoot for a high score. Not quite. It's a little more elaborate than that, but it's still not like the best. Okay, now this part always confuses. The Cliffs of Madness have a fitting name because I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go. Like there's a correct path and there's an incorrect path, and I need to take the incorrect path to get all of the extra goodies. Or maybe like both paths are correct. Oh wait, that might be my cue to finally try a Kingdom Hearts game. Yeah, but again, as I mentioned, they are coming to the Epic Game Store. They are not coming to Steam. I mean, they might come eventually to Steam, but not right now. And as you might expect, a lot of people are waiting for them to come to Steam before spending on the game. Because also in the Epic Game Store, they're gonna cost... It's gonna be like $50 for the collection that includes the first two collections, Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and Kingdom Hearts HD 2.5. That's the name of that collection. It's the collection that has the other two collections. That collection is not all of the collections of Kingdom Hearts, and it's gonna cost $50 on Epic Games Store when you can currently get the entire Kingdom Hearts franchise on PS4 for like $25. Did I lose you all? Did I confuse you? I think I might have. They're also going to be putting those other games, but they're going to be sold separately. So, you know, that's a little bit of an business maneuver. And naturally, again, a lot of people are just going to wait until the games come out on Steam, hopefully, eventually, before dishing out on the Epic Games Store. Now, how much do I have? Not enough. Maybe I'll stick to my original plan of emulating the first game. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess. Okay, Okay, the satyrs are a little bit complicated. They require a little bit of attention. Anyways, but yes, you can definitely just get a feel for the first game by emulating it. Now I'd personally rather see the original graphics than an HD remake. Anyways, is that weird? Not actually. I've got a friend that has that mentality. He like prefers to see the original release of the game over the HD version, because it's like how the game was originally intended to be seen. And sometimes, again, some HD remakes aren't that good. So that's actually an understandable stance. However, the HD version of Kingdom Hearts, all of them, also have a little bit of extra content in comparison to their originals. So if you care for having the most complete version of the game, then you're not getting it from emulating the PS2 version, unless you emulate the final mix version, which is the Japan only version, which, I mean, that's fine, but you know, you have to if you don't speak Japanese, that might be a little bit complicated. And the same applies for Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and I think some other one. I can't remember what was the other one. Casey Post, Crystal Chronicles, the new one. Well, not the new one, the remake of the old one. Okay, I need to be a little bit careful here. Okay. But yes, there's like a bunch of different versions for Kingdom Hearts games, and when they brought it over here to the States, or to the West, the original Japanese version of Final Mix had Japanese text but English voice acting. So what they did here is that when they brought it over, they were like, okay, so we're gonna do the opposite. So we're gonna. So I want to say that the HD version of the game has the option for has the option for Japanese text and Japanese dialogue, or you know, it just has full on English and Japanese options, like language options text-wise and voice acting-wise. So, you know, if that's what you're looking for, there you go. I'm going to develop carpal tunnel. Can I just want to kill this guy by grabs. Is that too much to ask? How many times am I gonna have to do this? How much HP do these people have? Look, my hand hurts. Thank you. Okay. Lord Jesus. Oh god, there's another one. I do need HP quite badly. I'm gonna see if I can find some. Okay, Kingdom Hearts can't even keep a remastered version simple and clean. Nope. There is nothing simple and clean about Kingdom Hearts except the name for that of that song. Okay, there's the thing. I need you all to stay the fuck away from me. Alright. Okay, so what were we talking about? Yeah, Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, that's coming. I will remind you that what was I gonna say? No, okay, I was talking about the prices. I was talking about the price. So yeah, the collection that is not the full collection of Kingdom Hearts, but does have some collections of it, I mean, you're still getting 4 games and 2 movies with that collection, so that's still a pretty good complete package. Is just in comparison to what you can get in other places, in other consoles. It's not the best deal. But the other 2 games, Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, and also the other collection, that costs $60 each. And yes, Kingdom Hearts 3 does come with the DLC, which is pretty nice, but well, you know, it's understandably not enough for some people. So so you know, you take your chances where you can get them. Okay. Hey, basically, what I'm trying to say, what I am trying to articulate and have been trying to articulate for apparently 20 minutes is Kingdom Hearts coming to PC. But you might want to wait on the Steam version purely for the Steam sales, if nothing else. And I'm gonna save real quick just in case I'm doing something wrong here. Also, I hear dudes. I'm gonna go look for the dudes. I swear in the Legend of Zelda, Dark Nuts are as stubborn as these guys. Yeah, these are very, very rough enemies. Aren't. I can't even complain about what the collections do and don't have because it's all so confusing to me. Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts franchise is very, very infamous for being extremely confusing. So, again, the gameplay. In the gameplay department, these games are great. Like Kingdom Hearts... Yes, Kingdom Hearts 1 does have a little bit of age. Like, it is an older game. And you can tell that in a couple of areas. But it's still fun. There's still a lot of fun to be had even in Kingdom Hearts 1. And the rest of the games, you know, they're very action-packed, fast. Well, they're not super fast-paced, but they are very flashy action-adventure games. If you like your action-adventure games, or at least the combat system to be flashy, then you're definitely getting that with Kingdom Hearts. However, not all of them work quite like that. So Melody of Memory, again, that's, as the name would suggest, that is a... Oh, there's a dude right here. That is a rhythm game. I don't understand really how it works. I just know it's a rhythm game. And I feel like there's something I can do here. Doesn't look like there's anything I can hit. Alright, but yeah, Melody of Memory is a rhythm game that I think was just originally advertised as just a spin-off. Just like a little fun distraction. And then turns out it wasn't, and it was like actually... It somehow connects to the main story, and that's the problem with Kingdom Hearts, really. They can't keep anything, not even like the fun, silly spin-offs, simple and not connected to the main story. Every single game has to be connected to the main plot line in one way or another, and that gets annoying. That gets really annoying. Hold on a second. Is this... Does this go where I think it does? Hold on. In fact, I'm hearing a save point over here. Yeah, okay, so never mind. We gotta go back to the other way. I don't know. Flashy could mean anything from Bayonetta combos to Final Fantasy VII summons. It's a little bit of both. You have no things. That'd be like if Hyrule Warriors 1 or Cadence of Hyrule turned out to be canon stories. Yeah, so Kingdom Hearts. I think the best way to enjoy Kingdom Hearts is if you play one game and the story does not click with you. in any one game. Oh, you can actually drop down here. Will the thing come down though? I hear it. It does. That's convenient. I didn't even know you could drop down. Is there a secret to be found over there? Anyways, yes, if you play one Kingdom Hearts game and the story just doesn't click with you, then don't try to worry about the story. Like, just play them in whichever order you want, because the chronological order of Kingdom Hearts is... I have no idea what the chronological order of Kingdom Hearts is. I know Kingdom Hearts 1 is not the first one. that's for sure. And Kingdom Hearts 2 is not the second one. And I guarantee you 3 is not the third one. It's an absolute freaking mess. Okay, so yeah, just play one. If the gameplay clicks with you, then you'll probably enjoy them, because they all play they do have differences in gameplay mechanics, but they're also fairly similar. Like, gameplay wise, you'll get a consistent Kingdom Hearts experience. But it's story-wise where you don't want to get in there too much. Kind of like how Zelda 1 somehow became the very last in the timeline or something. I mean, not... Kingdom Hearts 1 is not the last one, but it's also not the first one. Just know that. I keep bringing up Zelda because it's like a granddaddy of confusing timelines. Yes. In that comparison, Zelda definitely has some Kingdom Hearts. No, Kingdom Hearts has some Zelda going through it. Okay, let me take care of this guy real quick. Okay, it's really hard to focus on what I want to say when there's this satyrs trying to murderize me. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can do one of these. Not yet. Okay, well, he was almost dead though. Alright, whatever. Now, where are we? Are we going the right way or are we going the wrong way? I can't tell. Okay, so there's some Minotaurs. Oh wait, this is the right way. Never mind. Okay, we gotta go back to the other way. Oh, speaking of confusing timelines and paths and shit, nothing here makes sense. Like, I don't know which is the wrong way to go. I never do. Okay. Let's see. You know what? Enough of Kingdom Hearts. So Crash Bandicoot 4 is also coming to PC. Again, and Switch, and Xbox, and PS5, and all of those. So that's pretty cool. That one's just straightforward. Even though it is about time, it is not as confusing. It is just good old Crash Bandicoot fun. If you wanted to play a Crash Bandicoot game, all of the good ones are now on PC. So enjoy yourself some some Crash Bandicoot goodness. I haven't found anything short and sweet to fill in the gap of your stream schedule. Have you had any luck? I have. Okay, I guess we can go ahead and touch on that real quick. So I have decided on a little bit of a method of how I kind of want to approach the streams. So playing Disruptor 2 days ago brought something to my attention. And it's that if I'm playing if I'm doing a blind playthrough, a first playthrough of a game that I don't have a lot of confidence in, there's a very good chance that I won't enjoy the game enough to do a full playthrough. Also, I can't help but notice that Kratos' right hand and left hand, in fact, are not like actually holding onto the lever. That's just some PS2 shenanigans right there. Anyways, so yeah, it's entirely possible that if it's a brand new experience, I won't actually enjoy the whole game through. The game all the way through. That's what this was for. So I think what I want to do is I want to separate the two games that we play every week into two categories. One is one game, something like this one, like God of War. It's a game that I'm familiar with. It's a game that I know. It's a game that I can tell you from my own previous playthroughs, you know, either completed playthroughs or pretty extensive playthroughs, or that I have a lot of confidence from watching a lot of videos and gameplay trailers and stuff, that I'm going to enjoy the game. That is going to be something that I like, something that I enjoy, something that we are going to have a good time with. In comparison, the other slot for the game, game slot can be something a lot more experimental, something a lot stranger, something that I'm not as confident will be a success, but nonetheless could still be a good streaming experience. Okay, that was very close. Jesus Christ. Here's some writing on the wall. I don't know what that says. But I'll call this yes, yeah. So the A-side game is the one that I know I'm gonna like. The necklace. She will take the necklace of Aphrodite. That's cool. And yeah, the other game can be the experimental one, the one that I'm not so confident in, but you know, doesn't mean that it's gonna be a bad game. It could be, but it could not be. Or maybe I know it's a bad game that will make for a good streaming experience. You know, it's the less, the second game can be the less safe bet. And that, I feel, is where we can put something like what we were talking about last time on nuts. So, like we had a collection of RPGs, like short, weird RPGs that could fill the other game slot, and I think that's where I'm gonna put you know, the B slot. That's what I'm gonna use the B slot for this time, to pick one of those three RPGs that we were talking about, which were Cthulhu Saves the World, Hylics, and Undertale. Now, I know Undertale is probably gonna win the poll because it's freaking Undertale, but I still wanna make the poll anyways and give the other two games a shot. Give them an opportunity to shine, because you never know, maybe people really like those games. Okay, let's see. And the B-side, so it'd be like, on one face, the Beatles' Yellow Submarine, and then the other, anything between Paul McCartney's Wonderful Christmas Time to Yoko's Museum of Anything Goes, basically. If you've ever heard those songs, then the comparison speaks for itself. I know Yellow Submarine. I don't know the other two, unfortunately. Okay, I think I might have heard Wonderful Christmas Time. Okay, I've probably heard Wonderful Christmas Time. It's not the Museum of Anything Goes. And yes, I am considering Hylics because I have seen and heard enough of Hylics for it to catch my interest. And also, it's $3. It's not like it's a big investment. I already have Undertale and Cthulhu Saves the World, so adding Hylics to the collection is for the low price of $3 3 whole American dollars. I think I can afford that. So it's not like a big spending that I have to do. And then what's gonna be taking over God of War is I'll have to dig through my collection and look for something that I really want to play. I'm still kind of in the mood for a first-person shooter. Also, I don't know if I really want to take that right now. I might come back for it. Well, nah, it's too much backtracking. Okay. As for Yoko's song, there's a reason Joel sometimes makes jokes at her expense, where the lyrics are just incoherent screaming. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. But yeah, I have to look through my collection. I think. I feel like what's a good first-person shooter? Like, I think Bioshock. I think Bioshock might actually be a good choice. I kind of wanted to play System Shock 1 and 2 before Bioshock. But at the same time, System Shock 1 and 2 would actually fall into that B-side experimental game, because I don't know if I'm gonna like System Shock 1 or 2. I know they're very highly acclaimed, I know a lot of people like them, but that doesn't mean that they're guaranteed gonna be enjoyable experiences. Whereas Bioshock, I have played that game at least twice. I know I would enjoy playing Bioshock. So, you know, there's definitely a difference there. Now, I might want to just hold on a second. Okay, that's way easier. I need to upgrade Medusa's gaze at least once. Which, in fact, I can actually probably do that like right now. Instant freeze attack, stronger freeze beam. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do that real quick, because this might actually be really helpful against the satyrs. Okay. I feel like you've talked about having issues with Bioshock before, like something doesn't work or it's undesirable when it's emulated, maybe. Ah, yes. Bioshock Remastered. The Bioshock Remasters are very, very poorly optimized, and they will crash constantly. Thankfully, I also have regular Bioshock 1 and 2, and Infinite. So, we'll probably just play the regular version instead of the remasters. The remasters do have, again, a little bit of extra content. And maybe what I can do is just play the main game on the original, and then go to the remasters for the extra content and just hope it doesn't crash while I'm doing that. That would probably be the smart way to go. So, yeah, I think that might actually be a good choice. That could work. Also, give me a second. I need to do something here. I'm going to make the music volume go all the way down, and I'm going to mute myself real quick. Okay. I am trying to collect sound effects for to use as like sounds for bits and donations and all of that. So, you know, this basically any sound that is like collecting a bunch of collectibles at once would make for a good candidate for a bits sound. Hi. Okay, I think that's it for those guys. Yeah, Bioshock is probably gonna be the strongest choice for something if I want to continue playing a first-person shooter. Now, what else is there besides Bioshock? Let's not just get stuck with one game. There's also Half-Life. Half-Life is an interesting one because I know Half-Life 2. I've played Half-Life 2. The first one, not like episode 1 and episode 2. Just regular Half-Life 2. And it's a great game. I know that would be a good time. However, Half-Life 1, I played a bit of Half-Life 1, and I wasn't too keen on it. I don't think it was bad. I just didn't think it was that great. I didn't think it was the super highly acclaimed masterpiece that a lot of people claim it to be. I feel like it's probably a little bit clunkier nowadays in comparison to how it was before. I would have to give that a shot in the experimental slot rather than the main slot. Yeah, so look into Half-Life 1 or Black Mesa. Yeah, so Half-Life 1 I didn't quite enjoy as much, but maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe I was just like not open-minded enough when I played it. But I do know that it has some kind of remake. Like the Black Mesa remake, I think is what it is. So if there's a remake of Half-Life 1 to make it play more like Half-Life 2, I'm all for it. I would definitely like to give that a shot. Now where are we going? We're going over here. Despite the success of Bioshock had, I'm still not very familiar with it, so that'd be a new experience for me. Yeah, it's a very fun first-person shooter that, again, mixes. Oh Jesus Christ, you people again. Actually, I guess this is as good an opportunity as any to try out my new beam. Okay, let's see. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, that's a much easier way of dealing with those guys. Okay. It was supposed to be the Crack Life mod, but then I remembered like 90% of the humor aged horribly. Oh boy. But yes, I'll look into it. So it's probably either gonna be Bioshock or Half-Life something. Okay. But yeah, I know for a fact Bioshock is really good, and I trust that that Half-Life's success has to come from somewhere. Okay, I'm getting my ass beat a little bit here. All right, there's a little bit too many enemies. We gotta pull down the numbers. Okay. Now we do actually have a new attack with Medusa's Gaze, so I can show it off real quick. Maybe. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, this battles are starting to get a little bit more intense now. It's mainly when the sailors are here that we have a little bit of a problem. Okay, now I can just focus on this guy. Well, I did it. There. So we got like a beam, like a stronger beam, and that just instantly freezes them. Okay, we're done with that. Yeah, I'm gonna take this real quick because I'm pretty sure there's a health thing around here somewhere. Never mind, I probably chose wrong. Okay. I can't say for sure because I haven't played it, but I guess the environment storytelling in Half-Life 1 still holds up while the FPS mechanics are likely to have aged poorly. That sounds about right, yeah, because I think I may have made a mistake. I might have made a mistake today. in not choosing the HP. Okay. We just have to be really, really careful. That's fine. We're almost dead, but we're not dead yet. I will use the extra magic that I get. Okay. First of all, there's a thing up here. Ah, see, I told you there was some HP. Okay, Half-Life 1. Probably, Now, I don't know how connected the stories are for the two Half-Life games, quote-unquote. Like, it's... Because I played Half-Life 2 before playing Half-Life 1, and I mean... I'll admit that I didn't really care for the story too much. Because it was just... Basically, that whole game is just everybody praising, what's his name? Gordon? What's his last name? I know his first name is Gordon. Is it Gordon Freeman? I keep wanting to call him Morgan Freeman, and realize no, his name is not Morgan Freeman, it's Gordon Freeman. But then I think of Gordon and I try to call him Gordon Ramsay, and that's not his name either. So Gordon, just Gordon. Basically, the whole story is just everybody loves Gordon, and they want him to save the world, and that's pretty much it. I don't think that there needs to be too much of a story being told there. For you to... There doesn't need to be much of a story that you're familiar with before you play Mr. Gordon's game. Well, the reason people praise John Freeman is because of his exploits in Half-Life 1, supposedly. Interesting. Okay, anyways. Like my soul has been shattered, your path forward is fragmented. Rebuild my soul and open the path. Pathosword is the third. Okay, so we need to put the... this thing moves the things, and we just have to put all of these blocks in the correct order. Which I don't remember what that order actually is, but we'll figure it out. Let's see. And yes, we're out of that. Okay, it is Gordon Freeman. He does... I'll admit, he does have a very basic name. Like... Kratos at least has like an interesting name. You know, it's got like the name of a god. Or... some kind of Greek thing. And... well, yeah, I'll admit, a lot of... If the character's name is just like... it's like the name of somebody that you could probably see in a grocery store. Or somebody that you could meet in a grocery store, that's probably not gonna be that memorable. I'm sorry to say. Okay, now this question mark thing, we're gonna have to put that in a particular spot. I think I know just a spot for it. Let's see. Okay, now, is there any other first-person shooters that I particularly care about trying out right now? Obviously, there's the new Dooms, but I don't have those games, and I'm not trying to... I don't want to spend too much money, like, right now, because... okay, I know the Steam Chinese New Year sales just started, so that's pretty cool, but... at the same time... I've already got so many games on my backlog and on my library that I don't feel like I really need to go out and buy too many new games. So let's see. I think that was the point, that Gordon Freeman was just some dude at the end of the day. And the internet made him popular, basically. As the internet does with a lot of things. Well, let's see. There's... I mean, Medal of Honor... it's alright. It's not a bad game. It's just not like incredible streaming material. There's Wolfenstein, but I don't have Wolfenstein. Again, I'm thinking of games that I actually have. Yeah, so I've got only like 2 Medal of Honor games, and they're like the very first 2 on PS1, so those aren't particularly noteworthy. There's probably some other stuff that I'll have to look into my Steam library for. There's this indie game called Betrayer that I think is pretty cool, but it's definitely more on the experimental side than the for sure this is gonna be a good time side. Okay, let's see. There we go. I've already recommended Metroid Prime to... Yes. Metroid Prime... I'm sure I would probably enjoy that game. But, again, I'm still hesitant to put it, like, directly up there in the main slot, so that's probably gonna be on the experimental side. Necklace of Hera. Actually, does Nintendo even have that many shooters? Like, obviously there's Splatoon, but Splatoon is mainly really mainly a multiplayer thing. I guess Splatoon 2 and even the first one have a main campaign, but like I very rarely see people talk about them. I'm pretty sure the highlight of those games is the multiplayer. So this versus shooting also. Yeah, there's also that. I guess there's Link's crossbow training on the Nintendo Wii. If you want to count that as a first-person shooter. I mean, yes, you do shoot in first person, so it's not incorrect. It's just an odd comparison. Let's see. Yeah, Nintendo probably hasn't delved into the first-person shooter genre too much. Let's see. Honestly, I think we've got a good selection here. So either Half-Life, Bioshock will make for a good choice here, and then I think after that we can go back to some other third-person 3D platformer, because honestly I have too many 3D platformers that I really want to play. I would probably say that 3D platformer is like my favorite gaming genre. Why did you not drop any orbs? And naturally there's a lot of games in the genre that I want to try out. Okay. The FPS dominated the competition back in the day, so it wouldn't have been smart for them to dabble in anyways. Yeah. I guess. Though I still feel like Nintendo's creative enough that they would have definitely made an interesting first-person shooter. You know, besides Metroid Prime. I know there's this GameCube first-person shooter called Geist, which is like, it's a game where you also possess people because you're a Geist, but it's a first-person shooter that, you know, works like a shooter most of the time, but you can also like possess people. I guess that would be an interesting little expedition. And the definitive FPS back in the day was rare. Yeah, GoldenEye 007. That's probably... Well, to be fair, if I'm gonna play GoldenEye, it's gonna be the unreleased Xbox 360 version, not the original. Okay. Should I go right or should I go left? I don't know. I think I should probably go left. I think we're trying to go right anyways. There's easy. Okay. Any chests? There's a chest. It does not contain something I need though. Ow. Okay, and I still feel like I'm missing some kind of gaming news that I really wanted to talk about, but I guess it might have not been that important. I don't really care about Final Fantasy 14 enough to discuss the whole like news that came out for that game recently. Apparently there's a new expansion coming. I know a lot of people in the Fighting Dreamers Discord, which I go to, are very excited, but I don't frequent Final Fantasy 14. Kind of crazy to imagine that it used to be Rare's most famous game, to where a lot of advertisers advertising back then acknowledged Rare as the same people that made GoldenEye. Huh. Well, that's cool to know. Anyway, is this actually the correct way to go? That's where we have to go. So never mind, we're gonna go back up. Let's see. What do you say? Fighting... The fighting lemur? No, not the fighting lemurs. No, not the lemurs. Dreamers. Dreamers. Like, you go to sleep and you have a dream? Dreamers. Yeah, that kind of fighting. Let's see. I want to say that one of these has a treasure chest somewhere. Okay. And I guess Rare also made Perfect Dark. That's also a Nintendo game, pretty sure. And then there's also Perfect Dark Zero, which was very, very poorly received on the Xbox 360. And then there's Perfect Dark, the new one that they're making. Yeah, there's a new Perfect Dark coming, which some people were happy. Some people were definitely like, "Oh, cool, new Perfect Dark." I don't know the first thing about Perfect Dark. I know people like it, the old one. Totally forgot about Perfect Dark. And I have to wonder if it's actually like a really, really good first-person shooter, or if it's just it was a first-person shooter made by Rare. And, you know, the standard for quality back then wasn't quite as... I don't want to say it wasn't as high. I just want to say it was definitely different. Also, I guess since we're not going to be coming back here, we might as well go pick up the health treasure chest that was over here. Because from what little I've seen of Perfect Dark, it just looks like a pretty standard shoot game. Nothing to really go crazy about. Again, maybe I'm completely wrong here. There could be something very, very special about Perfect Dark. I just don't know it. Know so little about my mental image, it just comes as an old Flash crossover with Kirby of all things. I don't believe that's what Perfect Dark is. But let's see. Anyways, there we go. We are done with that whole section over there, so we can now move on. Now, I think tomorrow we're gonna do a backloggery stream. We haven't done one of those in a bit, and since we're done with the physical PS2 collection, we can move on to the digital collection, and hopefully finish that a little bit sooner, because I don't think I have quite as much to say about my digitally owned PS3 games as I did for my physically owned games. I say, and I'm gonna be talking about like, I'm probably gonna end up talking about one of them like for a whole hour straight, as I tend to do. Okay. Anyways, after the PS3 collection, we can probably just get a couple of like the physical games on other consoles, and then move on to the PS4, which is like the PS4 has my biggest physical collection. Yeah, there's a whole row of games over there. And then eventually we move on to Steam, which is where we're really going to spend some massive time. Anyways, time for some exposure.
The path before Kratos was clear, but still, the memories came rushing back, as familiar and permanent as the blades chained to his wrists. Memories of what he'd done in the name of Ares. Memories of how he'd become a servant to the god of war. A beast. His humanity robbed and replaced only with the will to murder. No one.
Basically, he was a really bad dude. Like, he was a bad dude before, but he became an even badder dude.
On his unending path of conquest, all in the name of his master. Those who offered resistance of any kind were dealt with quickly.
They've built this temple to offer prayers to Athena! This entire village stands as an affront to Lord Ares! Burn this village! Burn it to the ground!
So basically, everything had to be Ares or else.
Kratos' army was ruthless, feared throughout the world for their brutality. All that mattered was conquest in the name of Kratos, their great leader, who had become near invincible. He feared nothing. But there was something about this temple, something forbidden. All his instincts told him he should never cross its threshold. Never step inside.
Beware, Kratos. The dangers in the temple are greater than you know.
But the village oracle's warning fell on deaf ears.
You didn't kill the oracle?
His ambition would
That's
not be
surprising.
denied. All who opposed him would die.
Another Wilhelm scream. Really? How many Wilhelm screams are there in this freaking series?
In that instant, the glory he had reveled in turned to horror. The image of his two final victims would stay with him for all his days. With that act, Kratos knew he could no longer serve his master. He had but one calling now, the death of Ares. He would murder the god.
I forget how slowly they reveal the plot in this game.
Ares, you will die for what you did that night.
I forgot how slowly they reveal the plot in this game, but yeah, there's we have at least one more exposure cutscene to go through before we're really done here. Okay. I knew Kratos wouldn't hurt an old lady. He would, and I'm pretty sure he does in later games, just not in this one. I'd like to point out that Kratos becomes progressively more of an asshole as the series progresses. He starts pretty bad and gets even worse, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, this Minotaurs have to be taken care of. Well, we almost got him. I just need to stop messing up so much. Stop getting hit when I don't need to hit. When I really don't need to get hit. Okay. He has been taken care of. Now where do we go now? Over there. Okay, I'm gonna go back for that HP. So remember how rental stores back in the day would have like a billion shelves of PS2 titles and maybe half a shelf for GameCube stuff. Yeah, I used to have a lot of PS2 games. Oh, I already picked it up. Never mind. Yeah, I used to have a lot of PS2 games, but I traded most of them in. First of all, because I could emulate most of them, and I think emulating is just easier at this point. And a lot of them also got, a lot of the really good ones got HD remasters on PS3, so I didn't really need to keep the original version around. And Yeah, it was just taking up way too much, like actually taking up way too much space on my shelf. So I was like, we can't keep doing this, man. I need to make a choice. Okay. I guess I had to hold him back somehow, or else he wouldn't have any more asshole thresholds to cross for the sequels. Probably. I guess that's a good way to look at it. If you sell your games, is that technically cheating your backloggery? No, there's actually... In backloggery, there's actually a formerly owned option. So... I used to own The Grinch and Jersey Devil, so those I can actually add them as formerly owned. It's Disruptor that I've never owned. So... Yeah, there's actually a lot of games that I could just list as I had one time. And I thought of everything. So that's how I'm gonna list some of those. That's how we're gonna do other things. I feel like there's a secret around here. Right, I have this. I forget I have this move. It's very useless. The whole you can roll and then press X to do a backflip. I don't think it's too powerful, I don't think it's too versatile, I don't know why it's here. There's a lot of moves in this game that just like kind of look cool, but they're not practical. Also, how much... Oh, I have enough. Let's level up the Army of Hades. Yeah. It's probably our best choice here. It's gonna take a minute. Wasn't that one of Regal's moves in Symphonia? Just with legs instead of swords? Yeah, pretty much. What was it called? Crescent Moon? Yeah, pretty sure it's called Crescent Moon. Which I guess that's kind of what it looks like. Except in Kratos' case, he actually does a full arc, not just half of it. Okay. There we go. The most powerful souls. After this, I guess we can start working on the Blade of Artemis? Probably. I know we're almost at the end of the game. It looks like I might not have enough to level everything up, but trust me, the game just starts... At this point, the game does start bombarding you with stuff. Also, there's a blue square over there. You guys see that? Like, way in the distance, there's like a blue square. That's a weird graphical bug, although okay. This looks like a loading screen, like a looping progress bar. Kind of. Okay, the Architect's Tomb. Guess we'll see what is in the Architect's Tomb. We're almost at the end of this this area, so that will be fun. There is some puzzles. There is some puzzles to complete here. So we can step on this thing. That opens that door over there, but there's another gate. So we can't really go through right now. Okay. And you can kind of hear the clock right there. You see, it just closes. So we have to open a couple more doors before we can really do that. Okay. I guess we can't break those up there. That is okay. Anyways, here is another one. But as soon as you let that one go, the thing closes. So we could use this statue right here to solve our problem. But I've played this game before, and I know that's not what we're supposed to do. So we're gonna leave the statue for later. Okay. Oh wait, hold on, wait, what? Hold on, what are you doing? Okay, quiet. Hold on. Yes, I will allow that. Why did... Autobot, what are you doing? Why did you think hole was a bad word? Huh? When did I get Autobot anyways? Okay. Autobot is drunk, guys. Hi, Jackrabbit. Welcome to the stream. Sorry that Autobot tried to kill you. Okay, before we're leaving the topic of FPS games, have you ever seen Vinesauce's highlights video of The Sniper 2? No. I know Korone from Hololive played The Sniper 1 and The Sniper 2. So, that's not the first time I've heard of that game. So now I feel obligated to look it up, because that's two people that I care about that played that game. Okay. Yeah, Autobot Bully. Okay, quite possibly the worst game on the PS2. The ground is cracked here. You can see a small room down below. Let's see. Now, a big difference between Vinny and Korone is that Vinny is a Westerner, and therefore he will criticize video games when they're bad. Korone likes everything she plays, even when the game in question is fucking horrible. So it's a little bit of a different approach there. I think she probably actually enjoyed it. Yeah, I've never actually heard a complaint from Korone, like saying that a game is bad, even when she played freaking Dragon Slayer on the Nintendo Entertainment System. True completion in one day. Took her like 21 hours or some shit. It was terrible. I feel like I was being gaslighted if I heard someone praising the Sniper 2. Yeah, Korone just has no concept of being critical towards games. Which, it's a very endearing part of her. Like, she never gives up on a game. Like, if she starts playing something, she's gonna play it all the way to the end. She might not do, like, completionist stuff, but, like, if she gets a game, she is going to finish that game. And that is very endearing. I will admit that's actually one of my, she's a very strong inspiration for a lot of people. A lot of, VTubers to get into, you know, playing games and stuff. Like, if Jeremy said Chillis Time was a good game, his chat would have called them mental health hotline. I definitely can see that. Ow. Okay. Now, that is not to say that is like all Japanese people. Like, not all Japanese people praise games. They do praise games a lot more than us Westerners do. I will definitely say that. But I have seen people fucking losing their goddamn minds over Dark Souls. Japanese people losing their freaking minds over Dark Souls. So it's not like an exclusive thing. Alright. I'm gonna go back here and get some HP before I go up there, because I know there's some bad dudes that we're gonna have to deal with. Okay. Here's Mr. Dude Man. I did not mean to get the dog, so whatever. You know what? Let's see. Let's just get this Mr. Dude real quick. All right. Infinite Minds is a good way. In a good way or frustrated? Frustrated. Like, I've very rarely seen Noelle from Hololive getting frustrated. Well, okay, no, that's a lie. She does get frustrated a bit more often. But there was this one time she was playing Dark Souls and she just lost her freaking mind. Like, she was about to goddamn kill somebody playing that game. Okay. Hold on. But yes, they are generally a bit more lenient with games. I guess it's probably some kind of like Japanese culture thing of like, you know, respecting the work of others, or just generally being respectful. That's why you don't want to be too critical of games. And I guess for starters, I've never seen like a Japanese equivalent of like Kadikarus or Nitrorad, or, you know, one of those game reviewers kind of YouTubers. I guess it's just not in them. I've never seen a Japanese person like snarking at a show or something. So maybe it's just a matter of a cultural difference thing. That could very well be what we're looking at here. Okay, now this ladder is broken, but we can still get up there somehow. Now the music is still going. Is there an enemy around here? Am I going crazy? Might be going crazy. Okay. Let's see. So that's how Nintendo's been getting away with their nonsense this past year. Yeah, I did not see too many Japanese people like calling out Nintendo on their on Pokemon, or on Paper Mario, the Origami King, or anything. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm extremely well versed in everything that Nintendo does. I mean, everything that Japan does in regards to Nintendo. They could very well have been very angry people, but they just weren't too vocal about it. And then in the case of especially like streamers like that, I guess they don't want to be too critical in case they like lose the rights to stream the games. So like, if one Hololive talent is particularly critical of Nintendo or anyone, maybe like the whole agency will lose the rights to stream games from that company. And you know, that's a whole freaking issue right there, because like maybe one member doesn't like so and so Nintendo games, but another one does. So that's just a thing. Okay, I actually hit right on the spot. If the March 31st thing that worries me the most. Yeah, I haven't seen anyone say anything wrong about that. I guess that's another thing. Japanese people are just generally a lot more conservative when it comes to their opinions. And by conservative, I mean they don't tell them. They don't tell people about them. If a Japanese person doesn't like something, they're not gonna tell you about it. They're not gonna tell you that they don't like it. They just won't like it in private. You know, and it's a whole thing about like keeping harmony. You don't wanna upset people. You don't wanna throw your burdens at others. And why did that guy die? Okay. I'll have to grab him first. I'm rich. It's kind of hard to like measure exactly when you can grab these guys. And also, I'm not being able to grab this guy in particular. Okay, hold on. But yeah, they don't want to upset the peace. They don't want to upset the harmony of others. They don't want to, you know, they don't want their opinions to make other people feel uncomfortable. You know, so like, you will never see a Japanese person like on Twitter going over like how much they hate so and so and so and so. Even if they do, and in private and in very private like small forums, Japanese people do get in there and start criticizing stuff, but they very rarely you will see it done publicly. And again, that becomes a very big problem when they're not vocal about problems that they should really be vocal about. There are issues in Japan. It is a good country. I'm not gonna say it's a bad country, but there are issues in Japan. There are issues in my game too. That I definitely think that they could be more vocal about. They could talk about these things. They just don't. Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. I'm such a vocally picky eater that never fit in with Japanese Japanese dinner table. Yeah. So and I think it's not just Japan. It is other countries in Asia, but it's like particularly bad in Japan. And again, I don't speak from experience here. I speak from this is gonna be complicated. I speak from what I've seen other people mention in the VTuber community, because you know a lot of VTubers are Japanese. So they're like, this is how Japanese people generally think, and that's why this VTuber is saying this or thinking like that or whatever. And I'm gonna save real quick. Have I saved recently? I'm about to. I did save here a couple minutes ago, and I'm gonna save again. Okay. Thankfully, there is no live system here. You just you just try again when you mess up. Okay. Let's see. Anyways, enough about talking about Japanese culture, because I feel like I'm gonna piss somebody off by doing this again. Hoping my game doesn't crash during the final boss. It did once. When I was playing this game on God mode, it crashed on me. I think that's because the console got too hot. And fair enough, I was playing for several hours that game. I mean that day. So you know, let's just hope it doesn't happen. This area is super pretty. Yeah, it's a very nice looking place. And there is some lore to be found here. So here's like, I'm pretty sure this is actually just concept art of the game being used to represent the being used to show the architects, Pathos Verdes III's models and blueprints of Pandora's Temple. So sketches of the many traps that fill Pandora's Temple. At the bottom of each sketch is the name Pathos Verdes III. Yeah, so like this is this is Atlas's ball thing, you know, where he just literally throws the earth. Over here we have the I'm not entirely sure what this is. I think that's just saw blades. Let's see, over here we have more saw. No, these are saw blades. The other one were like pendulum blades. Over here we have the bridge that's actually on this very area. So that's pretty cool. And I think this is the good one. This is the good one. But the note reads, "Tried to stop me. She said the gods were fools, that I was fool. She may be right, but they came to me. They believed in me. She had to be stopped. But now they are gone. My entire family. I cannot go on." So I think this is Pathos Verdes. This guy right here. And I think he killed his wife, and this is his wife. And here's it is a keyhole in the shape of a skull. So I think he had to kill his wife anyways, because the key to this is the wife's skull. As you can see, there's also a knife on her chest. So that's just a thing. I think the sound effects were a little bit messed up on that Ghost though. Anyways, anything else to read in here? Nah, well, anyway, yeah. This is the end of Pathos Vertus's path. He killed his wife because his wife was trying to talk reason into him, and he was way too far gone. Anyways, here's a JPEG. There's just a JPEG on this wall. Oh no, it's a new area. I love that freaking effect. Okay. Let's see. Anything else over here? No. I thought I was gonna die for a quick minute. Oh right, that I remember what's the other thing that was announced today. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, the new PS5 game. Waller. When you hear me doing that, that means I need water desperately. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is coming June 11th. And I don't have a PS5. And I'm probably not gonna have a PS5 by the time it comes out. But I will say, that is the game I am most excited about on the console. I am a huge Ratchet and Clank fan. I freaking love the games, as I talked about them extensively on that one backloggery cataloging stream. Yeah, shockingly not. That's a shockingly not dirty title. Again, apparently it's supposed to be according to Scottish Doc 17. Apparently it is supposed to be an innuendo. I just don't know what it. I just don't get the innuendo. I'm too safe for this. Okay. But the game looks. I mean, I've seen the gameplay that we've seen, and the whole aspect of being able to play as the other Lombax lady. That just seems pretty cool. And she's going to be playable. That is 100% confirmed, because they also showed that there's some pre-order bonuses. And that includes the Carbonx Armor. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? While I'm talking about this, so there's Carbonx Armor, right? From the second Ratchet & Clank game, Going Commando, and as a pre-order bonus, you can get the armor. You can't get it without pre-ordering, I don't think, but there you go. And I actually do not like that armor because it covers the character's face. And one of the most standout features of Ratchet and Clank and Spyro the Dragon is how expressive and how fun the characters are when they're on screen. And when you hide that, well, might. That's part of why I play this game, to see the wacky, cartoony expressions. If you hide that, I don't want to look at them anymore. So whenever I get that armor and Going Commando, I just like immediately activate a cheat costume, so we can actually see Ratchet's face again. But it's still like hotcakes. People could buy PS5s. Yeah, there's still a lot of scalpers on the PS5. Also, we got the boss music again. The Minotaur from last time, he's might be gone, but his music is still here. Also, there is fire. Yeah, this is one of the worst fucking places in the whole damn game. There's a reason I'm killing these enemies quickly. You see that fire? Okay. All right, we need to calm down. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. This is the perfect spot for this. Okay, y'all kill, please kill all the enemies for me. Ace's army. I would appreciate it. There you go. And I'm just gonna do it again. There we go. Perfect. I don't have to do a damn thing. I just have to make sure to survive. Okay, now we actually have to fight a little bit. I freaking love Hades' army. I don't use it too much because it's very expensive, but when it's time to use it, it's time to use it. Echo! Hey! How are you? Sorry I didn't reply to you earlier. I was focused on the video game. Let's see. DLC to give Crash a permanent tiki mask with no effect. That would be pretty nice. However, they're going to release the PS5 games on PS4 or PC because of the scalping. They have been releasing a couple of PS5 games on PS4, like Spider-Man Miles Morales has a PS4 version. What is it called? Sackboy: A New Adventure has a PS4 version. I'm pretty sure there was something else. Not Demon's Souls. Demon's Souls is actually a PS5 exclusive. It's okay, not Temper Cooper. That's okay, yeah, I appreciate it. I don't know if Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart can actually run on a PS4 though. That's the thing, because that game... The Rift Apart gimmicks comes from the fact that you can just load into other levels instantly. And that uses the PS5's like super powerful SSD drive thing. The PS4 doesn't have that, so they'd either have to introduce loading screens to the PS4 version, which would immediately make it a worse version of the game, or they'd have to optimize the absolute crap out of that game. We'll see. Even knowing that there's a PS5 version, I will still just wait until I can get it on PS5, but I can see why a PS4 version would be appealing. It is an image of man battling Zeus himself. It is an image of the future. If that ain't foreshadowing. Okay. Let's just go in here. Here we have the tree gods. Statues of the tree gods, the three brothers. Lord Hades, Lord Zeus, and Lord Poseidon. So yeah, Hades in here looks kind of different. Because he's got like the weird face, but like his body is very different in here from what he looks like in the other games. Whereas Poseidon seems to have a little bit of a belly going on. And then Zeus, he's actually got clothes on. So, you know, he gets to not be naked. Okay, let's pull this up. And there it is! That is Pandora's box. It's got lava inside it. And I'm gonna drink some water.
Kratos, your quest is at an end. You are the first mortal to ever reach Pandora's box. There is still time to save Athens. You must bring the box back to my city and use it to kill Ares. Return to Athens, Kratos. Return and save my city.
It's a spicy box. Yeah, it's a... This box contains Pandora's like 1,000 packets of sriracha sauce. It's just a crusty old gyro in there. It's just a very, very spicy sriracha gyro. That's exactly what's in the box. Alright. Anyways, we are now back at the very beginning of the temple, so now we just have to drag this thing back to Athens. This might take a minute. Also, the box is really heavy, so you can't really push it that quickly anyways. I mean, well, like, how far away is Athens from here? Like 200 miles? It will get there eventually. We got...
You cannot defeat Ares without it.
Got about an hour and a half to get there, more or less. Sure, I'm sure we'll make it. Can I kick it? Kind of. Alright. I hope you guys have some popcorn and drinks, stuff. You might need it. The real world-leading calamity was the friends we slain along the way.
1,000 years, Pandora's box was at last freed of its confines. Kratos had found the means to destroy the God of War. Far away in Athens, Ares knew Kratos had succeeded in his quest.
So, little Spartan, you've recovered Zeus's precious box, but you will not live long enough to see it opened. I will see to that. Goodbye, Spartan. You will rot in the depths of Hades for all eternity.
Have you ever heard of a
As the
good
light
sniper?
began to leave Kratos, his thoughts returned to that fateful night. Even in death, the memories, the visions would not fade. For how could he forget spilling the blood of his own family? A cruel trick orchestrated by the God of War.
My wife, my child, how? They were left in Sparta.
You are becoming all I'd hoped you'd be, Kratos. Now, with your wife and child dead, nothing will hold you back. You'll become even stronger. You will become death itself.
But as the flames consumed the temple, Kratos realized his true enemy was the god who once saved his life. The same god who had now taken everything from him.
There it is.
From this night forward, the mark of your terrible deed will be visible to all. The ashes of your wife and child will remain fastened to your skin, never to be removed.
And with that curse, all would know him for the beast he had become. His skin white with the ash of his dead family. The ghost of Sparta had been born.
So yeah, have you ever thought Kratos looked kind of
Then,
pale?
in death,
That's why.
he had failed. As the minions of Ares claimed Pandora's box, Kratos' life faded, and his cursed soul was cast into the fires of Hades.
That's actually an interesting trick because in all of the
And
cutscenes,
Kratos fell.
it
into
always
the
looks like
underworld,
Kratos is a little
the river
bit
Styx beckoning
darker
below.
skin, but you think it's just because of the
Currents
lighting.
strong enough to carry even
No,
the
he actually
strongest
did become pale.
his eternal resting
And when you
place.
realize it, it's like,
But
oh,
Kratos
that was
had no
intentional.
intention of resting yet. He intended to live, to return to Earth and complete his quest.
Let go, fool! You won't drag me down to that cursed river!
There is a task left for me above. I will see it completed.
You again? Oh,
Sorry, it's the it's that what's his name? The captain leader of the boat when we were fighting the Hydras. That is actually a recurring character. We will see that guy a couple more times because in a universe where the underworld exists, you can expect to find people more than once when you kill them. Yeah, that is the captain. Tao Pai Pai, your rider's living without you. Yeah, I never quite made that comparison, but yes. Did not know that was the thing on his skin. Yeah, so the chains, the blades of chaos are a reminder of when Kratos became a slave to the gods, and the ashes of his family on his skin are a reminder of his sins. So Kratos' entire character design is just a reminder of how shitty he is. That's a good way to describe him. Yeah, goddamn that aim though. Yeah, Ares would piss so many people off in a Call of Duty game because he would always pick sniper. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if the captain has a name though. a lot of people dying. Let's see. The screams... the constant screams of people just like falling to their doom though is... I feel like that's a lot funnier than it is scary. Or like... depressing. Okay. Sure, game. I can't get over this. It's because there's also a couple of like stock sound effects being thrown in there. Anyways, here's some new types of enemies. So yeah, in the depths of the underworld, we have this unique, like, Hades-style enemies. So, we don't see them anywhere else in the game, I'm pretty sure. And I think they're a little bit stronger, but not, like, too much stronger. Yeah, they shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Now, you know, something I really need to point out is that I am very, very curious to play the new God of War game, the 2018 one, because I need to know how they address Calliope. As in, that, yeah, that, by the way, that is the name of Kratos' daughter, Calliope. Or I'm pretty sure it's Calliope. Like there's all this talk about like Kratos being a dad now in the new God of War game. It's like, did y'all forget that he's always been a father? He's just been a terrible one. Ow. Yeah, Kratos was always a father. He was always a shitty father at that. And like I'm all for what's the name of it? Redesigning a character so that they're more likable, they're more bearable. I'm all for that, but I really hope that they address that in that game, because otherwise it's gonna feel kind of disjointed. Like, okay, so sure, yeah, you solve one mystery, but where's the other mystery? We know there's something, there's a piece of the puzzle that's missing. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now let's get up here before this guy shoots me down. I love how Kratos can just grab people that are made out of lava and not burn from it. It's just used to the pain by now. Well, damn. I fell to my death again. Thankfully, the game respawns me right here. Wait, is this? This is where I just was, right? I think so. Yes. Okay. These are very annoying to traverse. Okay. Also, I completely missed this echo. I didn't even realize. Thank you for hosting. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? It's because the freaking witches aren't working all the time. Hey, I really need to figure out what's going on with that. I just now saw the notification over on Streamlabs. Okay. Let's see. Let us move up here. I hope I won't experience any connection issues tonight though. Because yesterday I experienced a little bit of a connection drop. Not while I was streaming, while I was watching somebody else stream. I was watching Echo stream actually. And yeah, the thing just They just... Minotaur just stopped working. God damn it. Do I have to do that again? No. Ow. I had to connect to the Wi-Fi for a bit, and now I'm back to Ethernet. So we should be okay, but... Just in case we're not, I need to act quickly and like reconnect to the Wi-Fi and hope we're okay for after that point. Ow. Okay. Now let's see. These are some dangerous harpies because we're fighting on a very small space right here. The thing is that when you kill the harpies and they fall out of the stage, you don't get orbs from them. Okay. You cannot. You need to try to kill them in the platform if you want to actually gain something from them. And I guess I could use some magic here. That might actually work. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, well. There we go. I'm sure I'll get some magic again soon. Okay. Let's go down here. Ow. Okay. Alright, we're good. Oi. Okay. A little low on health. That is okay. We will be okay. We will be fine. Okay. Yeah, I told you that the late game would actually give you like a bunch of orbs. See, I think we've got enough for yeah, we've got enough for Artemis's blade, so we might as well go ahead and take care of that real quick. Now, I did not mean to go down. I'm going to reset this real quick just to make sure that I'm not losing my mind here. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. We are at... Does it drop down to 1 viewer? That's okay. I mean... I'm actually not sure how reliable Twitch's like viewer counter is. I feel like sometimes it's counting more people than it's supposed to, and sometimes counting less. So I'm just gonna keep streaming. It's fine. Base of Armor is now its maximum, so we can now focus on these two. We will need about the same amount of ores we just had, but that's okay. Let's see. Okay. Now let me get up here. I have to go over here. I don't need to go over here. Is there anything over there, I wonder? Nope, don't look like it. Now this part is a freaking nightmare when you're trying to speedrun through it. Okay. I think I have just enough to use one more of Hades' army, which I think I'm going to need in just a minute. Alright, let's see. Okay. 1 hour and 49 minutes of recording, so again, we are willing to go a little bit over the 2-hour mark today, just to make sure that the game is over. This is dangerous. This is very dangerous. Ow. Why did I block? I didn't know blocking would actually, like, mess you up a little bit here. Okay. I took it out of this platform quickly. Okay, y'all please do my work for me. There we go. Hey, here's a Minotaur. Okay. Now these Minotaurs are actually a little bit different from the regular ones, in that they do not drop red orbs if you use Medusa's Gaze against them. So like, I'm gonna kill this guy real quick. So he drops orbs normally, and I do not have magic to actually demonstrate Medusa's Gaze thingy. But yeah, counter is buggy sometimes. It doesn't always count lurkers for some reason. I guess maybe Twitch is like really encouraging people to like commentate and like actually participate in chat, which is good. I mean, it's good to participate in chat, but I also understand that, you know, some people just want to lurk, and especially like people that are on mobile. Like say for example you're like on your lunch break, you're watching a stream, just you know, while you're taking a break. It's very hard to commentate when like when you've got like chicken tenders and fries and ketchup all over your hands. So I understand that people aren't able to commentate. Let's see. Okay, I should probably just actually be killing these guys with by grabbing them so I can get some HP from them. Well, my greedy ass ain't gonna let me do that. Okay. You know, I think, believe it or not, I think this game could actually benefit from some health potions that you can just carry around with you, like a very small instance of an inventory system. I think could actually help, because I really feel like you do not get enough MP orbs in this game. Ow. Okay, I'm just gonna use this guy as ammunition. Okay, Kratos, why do you keep aiming at the enemies I don't want you to aim at? Ah, whatever. Fine. Okay. Why did that hit me? Does this actually break your guard? I don't think it does. Alright, whatever. You know, don't knock me over now. Can they knock me over? I think I'm getting dangerously close to finding out, and I don't want to find out. I don't want to fight all these people again. Ow. Oh, he's up here now. You know what? I feel like this is a good spot to whip out the old reliable. This guy's taking a little bit too long to kill. Okay, there we go. That's much better. I hate to remember that I have that thing more often. Okay. We're good on HP. We have enough. You can get a trophy for doing this part right here without taking any damage, like I just did. So there you go. If you wanna get a trophy, don't get hit. You're gonna regret it. But if you don't care about the trophy, you're still going to regret it, because then you have to do this whole climb again. And that's just no fun. Okay. Okay. I actually got this on my first time playing this, the HD version. Not my first time playing this game in general, but my first time playing the HD version. I got that achievement. Ow! Alright, game, fine, Jesus. Lord. Okay. Let's get this. I'm gonna die, aren't I? I'm actually gonna die from this. Alright, hold on. We need to calm down. Just take it slow, just take it easy. There. We're not in a hurry. I mean, I don't want to take too long, but I'm also not like in a desperate need to get out of here. Okay. Let's see. Over here in the middle of these two. Come up here. Yeah, well, let's try not to jump while we're doing this. I say, but I think I need to jump right here. Okay. Alright, there. Now, can I please get some HP? I need it. I need it quite badly. Okay. Oh, you actually get less orbs if you kill those guys like that. That's so weird. Alright. Ow. Okay. There we go. Well, I did lose some HP immediately after I got it, but we have enough. Okay. Let's wait a little bit. Wait for that. This one has more blades. Okay, this is going to be a little complicated. All right. Oh no, this bot. This real bot. Okay, come up here. Jump. Okay. You have to know when to jump. You can jump. It's just you have to know when to do it. Okay. And I can still hear all of the stock sound effect screams in the distance. Which, again, just keeps making this whole section kind of hilarious. Alright. Now, I must mention that on my ears, because I'm using a much lower quality of headphones than you guys might be using, the sound of this thing rattling through the wall sounds like absolute garbage. Ow. On my end, this sounds like a Super Nintendo game for me. But I'm getting desperate again. Yeah, this sounds like a Super Nintendo game for me, but I'm sure for you guys it sounds okay. I hope for you guys it sounds okay. If not, I guess I can try to mess with the settings a little bit, but I don't know that there's much we can really do about that. Okay, let's just go up here real quick. Alright. God. Fuck it. Oh my god. I don't want to be here all night. Listen, sometimes it's not the battles that are your worst nightmare. It is the puzzles. It is the platforming. And I say, as someone who enjoys 3D platformers and puzzles and stuff like that, this is quite nightmarish. Okay. Hold on. That was a risky move that I just took there. Okay, hold on. Come on. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Ooh. Okay. I'm not gonna question why Kratos is able to just hang on to this wall. It doesn't look like something you can hang on to, but you know, whatever. PS2 limitations. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Thank the Lord. I appreciate the cheerleading, Jackrabbit. I'm sure that did it. I need water. I need water after that. Okay, come on. Hey. I quite desperately need a pog emote. I have one at the ready. As soon as we get affiliate, you guys can get a pog emote from me. But let's see. What's over here? Is that a treasure chest? There's not a treasure chest. Okay. I love how I made Pog my immediate priority because I know that's like the most used thing on Twitch. Like everybody has to have a Pog emote. I don't care what kind of streamer you are. You have to have a Pog emote. It's the rules. Okay. Let's see. Alright, let's get this treasure. We got 14. I actually don't have... There's actually not that many red orbs down here as I originally thought there were. There's a lot of treasure chests that only have like a couple of them. Which is not ideal. Like, we're in the late game. It's time to start giving me more red orbs. Okay, we got Hell Satyrs, so that's just a thing. Okay. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just use this. Okay. Had to leave for a bit, was running in late for work. Ah, okay, that's fine. But let's see. We are... I think we have to kill all of this guy in order to get what we need, and thankfully they drop MP orbs, so we can just keep using Hades' army for a bit. Okay. I guess I should go ahead and open this one real. I need y'all to back off. Okay, stay away. I need to open the treasure chest. I need to open that. I need my Hades' army. Alright, come on, come here. Okay, now, alright. Did I tell you guys I freaking hate sailors? They're the worst enemy. Oh my god. They're not gonna let me do this, are they? And then when I press the R2 button decides, nah, you didn't press me. I didn't even feel that. Didn't even feel that. Okay. Okay. Fuck away, oh Jesus Christ. Alright. I could do this without pressing that button, but I don't feel like it. I need my get out of jail button when I'm fighting this guys. Is that it? Okay, that's it. Hey. Okay. This is the law of Twitch. Where there are streamers, there will be box. And yet, ironically, I'm going to have to waste a lot of time today. There's dudes everywhere installing some pipes in the ceiling, and I can't physically get to my stock yet. Oh. Well, I hope that doesn't cost you to like finish late today. But that's true, it probably will. I'm sorry. But yeah, I guess when they're doing construction at your job, there's not really much you can do. You just have to deal with it. There's been constructions at my place a couple times. Okay. There's an open bag of chips in the freezer. Why not? Well, that's I don't think that's supposed to go there, but let's see. As we have established, these guys actually drop more orbs if you kill them like that. For some reason. Let's see. Any more enemies? No. Okay, now it's just a straight climb upwards. That is convenient. Now what's over here? A rock. There's a rock. Okay. Let's see. The game does say God of War, right? Like on Twitch. I think I changed it, but I don't know why I just suddenly had like a panic attack and was like, did I change that? Am I correct? Am I doing this right? Okay, good. Thank you. Alright. Taking Cool Ranch readers to another level. Yeah, that's those are the coolest ranch readers you will ever have.
Ah, Kratos. And not a moment too soon. I only finished digging just a moment ago.
Who are you?
Now that is an interesting question.
Really now?
But for now, you must hurry. Athens needs you.
But how did you know I would...
Athena isn't the only god keeping watch on you, Spartan. Complete your task, Kratos, and the gods will forgive your sins.
I don't think that guy ever shows up again, by the way. He just appears here in this game to like be your guiding dude or bit. Then he just disappears. But yeah, we came out the other side. Okay. My butt hurts. The sitting position is not ideal. What am I doing? I bought a multi-purpose pillow today. You can hear it right here. Here's some pillow ASMR. Precisely for this reason. Hold on, let me try out my new pillow real quick. Alright, hey. Come on. And there we go. That feels weird. But it's kind of comfy, I guess. Okay. Let's see. I just need to take the label out of it. Well, now I can't rest my arms on the thing, but I guess that's fine. God of War, fluffy pillow ASMR. Fall asleep to the sounds of pillows, a soft voice, and Kratos murdering everyone. I'm sure that's the most relaxing thing you will hear yet. Okay. I'm gonna stick with this for a little bit, but I'm gonna see how my butt likes this. It might not. Okay. Anyways, we're back in the level of Athena, and we are we're gonna fight like some level 2 enemies. I think these guys will die in like 2 hits. I told you. Well, technically 2 hits in a quick time event, but still. And despite that, they actually still drop a pretty good amount of orbs. Look at that. Ow. Look, I'm trying to do a thing here. Alright. Time to create an out-of-context Twitter account for that comfortable to my butt line. I'm sure it will get, I can actually see a lot of potential with a Twitter account like that. I can see a lot of people being like, oh yeah, I would love to follow this account about things being comfortable on my butt. Okay. No, fine. I'm sure I'll get another one more of these things soon. Oh, the Hades' army is doing all the job for me. I don't have to do anything. Oh, they're doing it all for me. Okay, well, there we go. There was that green chest back there. I guess I could go pick that up. But let me see if there's any more enemies in here before I proceed. Yeah, there's some Minotaurs. That's fine, I'll probably get another one very soon. I don't think there's any more, red chest to get over here. Game? Okay, thank you. Hey look, Athena has been decapitated. Boy. Alright. Look, if there's a high ledge, I have to go down using that. I can't not do that. Alright. There's a save point, but before that, there's the Oracle.
Kratos. Return, but too late. Ares has taken Athens. There is no more hope. No hope.
She's not dead, she's just, going to die. You know, as you do. Okay. So yes, we are in the final stretch here. We are in the, technically in the point of no return, but I think we already went to the point of no return not too long ago, so... Let's go ahead and, do I have enough to upgrade? Yes, I do have enough to upgrade... what will be most useful here? Supercharged attack, stronger attack... I mean, I don't think we're gonna be facing any more Minotaurs or Satyrs at this point, so I guess this would be a little bit more useful. Zeus's Fury at level 3. Strongest base attack and strongest charge attack. So, hold on. Does it look different? Yeah, it actually looks kind of like orange now. That's cool. Alright. We're about to go into the final boss, ladies and gents. Y'all. Everybody. So, you know, that's exciting. It's the first like real good final boss that we're gonna be fighting in we're gonna be seeing in this channel, because we haven't seen too many particularly good final bosses, Jersey Devil. Okay.
Kratos had traversed the desert of lost souls, bested the deadly traps of Pandora's temple, and escaped Hades itself. There was but one task left.
Zeus! Do you see now what your son can do? You cast your favor on Athena, but her city lies in ruins before me. And now, even Pandora's box is mine. Would you have me use it against Olympus itself? Kratos, returned even from the underworld. Is this the best you can do, Father? You send a broken mortal to defeat me, the God of War?
After thousands of years, Pandora's box was
So at no point did Ares try to stop Kratos from doing that. He's a proper Dragon Ball villain.
You are still just a mortal. Every bit as weak as the day you begged me to save your life.
I am not the same man you found that day. The monster you've created has returned to kill you.
You have no idea what a true monster is, Kratos.
So you see, Ares is actually a spider.
Your final lesson is at hand.
Yeah, that's just it's kind of a thing.
Family, Spartan.
I forgot they could break your guard by doing that. Okay, so how do I... Can you stop that, Ares? Okay, hold on, let me... that does some damage, but not quite as much as I was hoping it would. Ow. So when he runs towards you, that's when you get all like... Yeah, like overrun. Shit, this might... Considering this is a better weapon for close range combat, this might be what I want to use here. Okay. Alright. Oh, when he's running towards you, Hold on. I remember that. That does a lot of damage if you don't block that. Okay. Oh no, my... Hold on, my R1 got stuck again for a minute. Oh, he can block that? Okay. I just realized there's people running around in that bridge over to the right. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of blocking in this. Ow. Okay, I'm almost dead. Wait, hold on. How did that... Oh my god. Okay, speaking of which, Greek mythology power levels are all over the place. Calicross Uprising outright states Dentos, god of the forge, to be the most powerful. He just never feels like flexing on the other gods. That's, inconsistent. Also, where am I starting from again? Game, you gotta be shitting me with this. Game, I don't want to deal with this fucking cutscene. I can skip this though, right?
Kratos had...
Okay, I can.
You have already lost, Spartan!
That's so much damage though. That is so much damage. Alright. I might need to just be careful when I do this stuff. Yeah, just attack but only counter. So be on the defensive at all times.
Ela has made you weak.
Okay. Yeah, be on the defensive. Don't be on the offensive. Wait for him to attack and then counter attack. Oh. Damn it. Alright. That is the final boss. We can't be reckless on this one. I've noticed that it's definitely a trend for God of War's like first fight, like the first boss fight on every God of War game will be a massive enemy. But the final boss will be against someone that is relatively human-sized. Or you'll become big enough to like go against them. Okay, let's see. Ow. Ow, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Alright. Just press circle a lot. There you go. Okay, square. Square. That's a lot of orbs. I guess we have enough to upgrade now. The tendrils on Ares' back remind anyone else of the spider. Or spiders is just me, yeah. That is an animatrope for sure. Yes, he just kind of looks like a spider. He just needs 2 more and he'll be like a spider VTuber. Ares, God of War, and the newest Greek VTuber.
To break a man's spirit is to truly destroy
Yeah, the
him.
big monster guys are the earliest and easiest. Is the pretty beast shonen you gotta watch out for.
Recognize this place, Spartan. The location of your greatest failure. Perhaps there is a chance you can undo the deeds of the past.
The nightmares that had haunted Kratos for the past 10 years had now taken form and substance. His past stood before him.
Kratos! What's happening? Where are we?
I don't know. In Dreamland?
By the gods, can this be real?
Oh look, it's bad Kratos. Oh look, it's evil Kratos. Oh look, it's negative Kratos. Oh no. It's dark Kratos.
Ares, there is nothing you can put in my way to stop me. I will save my family.
Alright. Well, let's see. This is actually the hardest part of the whole game. If you are not paying attention here, you are going to fail, because you not only have to watch out for your own HP, but you have to watch out for these people as well. And on God mode, I was losing my goddamn mind here. Okay, hold on. We need to do that real quick, and we need to heal. Yeah. The Soul series also does the same symbolism, with early bosses being basic enemies later on. You find out the slabs of Bison in 2 different freezes. Oh boy. But yes, yeah, Soul series, I'm not too familiar with them, but I think God of Demon Souls does that. Okay, so yeah, we can actually give our health to our family. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Just make my life a little bit easier. Okay. Alright. Okay, but this isn't too bad. Actually, before we move on, I need to go ahead and upgrade this real quick. I have 17,000 of this stuff. Is this an escort mission in the middle of the final boss? Yes! I mean, the escort doesn't move, but yes, we do have to protect somebody in phase 2 of the final boss. Okay. It is a bit of an odd choice for the developers, I am aware. But I guess, yeah, it could be worse. Thankfully, you don't hurt your own family, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, well, can you get off though, please? Jesus. Okay. I'm not really concerned about my own health. I'm more concerned about the health of my family, which is a very noble thing to say, but I mean it in gameplay terms. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use this one more time because I can't afford it. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're almost done here. This is long. Alright. Okay. There. Is it? No, we're not done yet. You all need to heck off. Oh, we have the power of Zeus as the cutscene ends.
Kratos, please take us home.
Do you see, God of War? You took them once, but you'll never have them again.
You cannot save them, Kratos. You gave them up in your quest for ultimate power. There is a price to pay for everything you gain.
Not that price. I didn't want them to die.
No price is too high for what I offered. And you rejected me. A god! Now, you will have no power, no magic. All that is left for you is death!
Oh no.
Oh, not again.
It's like the only time Kratos doesn't sound angry.
Should have been stronger.
By the gods.
The battle was not over. The gods, it seemed, had a final gift for Kratos.
That's just like a general sword, though.
I still have allies in Olympus, Ares. Now, you will see how strong I
Yeah,
am.
there is a phase 3. And we are not done. But okay. And yeah, there's a gimmick in this one. So, we actually have a shared HP pool. He can do that. I appreciate the occasional narrator doing that, but yeah,
You cannot defeat me.
yeah, we have a shared HP and we need to make sure that Ares doesn't, whatever. Feels like a homage to the Greek chorus. Possibly. Okay. Now this is actually not as bad as the previous bit, even though I keep dying. Okay. Alright. When we do that, I can very easily do some damage. Okay. Alright. That can so quickly turn the tide of battle, though. Okay. Ow. Again, there's technically... If you keep going back and forth between areas, there's technically no aim point. You have to outdo him. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's just unfair. Well, how am I gonna dodge that? You can't dodge that. You can't. That's. Alright, fine, Ares. We can play by your rules. Okay. I feel like if we just move around a lot. Ay. Alright, but have you seen that Star Wars but the lightsabers are massive video? No! Game. Are you trying to say something? You're not satisfied, game? You're not amused? Is that what you're trying to tell me? No, I would not like to switch to easy mode on the final phase of the final boss. Okay. There. Okay. Can't link it right now, but I'm sure it's entertaining. Okay. All right.
All your strength comes from me. Now you will be truly tested.
Oi. See, the problem is that you can't block that one. Something about the constantly slash sounds in my ear made me think of it. I suppose it kind of sounds like lightsabers. Okay. Okay. Oi. This is This is a little bit more complicated than I remember. Alright. At least the fight is technically not that long, we just have to be careful.
You should have joined me, Kratos.
Okay.
Goodbye, Spartan.
How do you dodge that? How do you dodge? But don't over make easy mode again, game. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm getting greedy. I'm getting way too greedy. Okay, I need to do the same I did in the first phase. Just be patient. Don't attack. Counter attack. Okay. Alright. Okay. It's when he does that thing. When he does that, like, ball move. You can't really do anything. This kind of gives me Bloodborne vibes with how attacking restores health. No, game, don't. Game. You gotta believe when you play it for a minute. Alright. Okay. Okay. It's like one attack. Alright. I blocked. He can break your guard somehow. Okay.
All your strength comes from me.
Okay, there. If we do that, we can get this little quick time event, and that guarantees me some nice damage. Okay, there we.
Now you will be truly tested.
Let's not lose our advantage here. Okay, there. We have a little bit of an advantage. We need to take good care of that. Okay, well, I'm getting greedy again. I got greedy again. I got greedy again. This was me. This was my fault. All right. Hey. Okay.
You should have joined me, Kratos.
All right. Hold on. We got this. We got this. We can do this. Believe in the me that believes in you. God damn it. You need to time that so well. Alright. Alright. Again, this fight can go on forever as long as you do a thing. I'm gonna take it easy for a minute. Okay. When he's not running, he can't really do that. Let's just take some easy strikes against him. And when he's running, you have it's time to dodge. Okay. Let's see.
Beg for your life, mortal!
Now, okay. That's like his free hit. That's it. That's his free hit. If he does the Hades' army thing, you can't do anything against him. Doesn't help when the camera does that. Well, just kill me. That was not the run. That was absolutely not the run. Alright. Alright. Okay. Don't be greedy, don't be greedy, don't be greedy, don't be greedy, don't jinx it.
Now you will be truly tested.
Alright. Maybe you're supposed to attack him when he's doing that. I don't know. Hey, I don't want to be here for more than like 3 hours. I really don't. Okay. Still can get to my junk. Oh no. All right. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Okay, there we got this. We got this. I think that might be enough. Yes, this is enough. Hold on. Boom. There.
Remember, it was I who
I am going to enjoy my cutscene now.
your time of greatest need.
I haven't forgotten, Ares. I remember how you saved me.
That night, I was trying to make you a great warrior.
You succeeded.
That is a good one-liner, though. You gotta give it to Kratos. That is a good retort.
Kratos had done the impossible. A mortal defeating a god. Ares was no more.
And then he explodes. For some inconceivable reason, he just explodes. Like, if Athens wasn't dead before, it's dead now. That's an atomic bomb that just blew up right on its face.
The city had been saved, and would thrive again.
Eventually. Not right now, though.
The same could not be said for Kratos, for as he sought to rebuild his soul with the help of the gods, the truth was revealed to him.
Athena, rid me of the memories that haunt me still.
You have done well, Kratos. Though we mourn the death of our brother, the gods are indebted to you. We promised your sins would be forgiven, and so they are. But we never promised to take away your nightmares. No man, no god could ever forget the terrible deeds you have done.
So he got scammed.
Knowing the visions of his past would never
Kratos, don't
leave him.
ever answer the
Kratos made
phone
his
number
way
when you
to
don't
the
recognize
bluffs
it.
overlooking the
You
Aegean
should know this
Sea.
by now.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me.
Look, it's the first bit.
Now there is no hope.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest
I
mountain
can't
in
believe
all of
Kratos
Greece.
dies on the first game.
After 10
That's
years
so
of suffering,
unfortunate.
10 years of
Guess
endless
we're gonna need a new
nightmares,
protagonist
would
now.
finally come to an end. Death would be his escape from madness. The fate of Kratos was not as it seemed. The gods had other plans.
Well, Kratos, you can breathe underwater, though. That's not gonna kill you.
Borne aloft like a feather, Kratos found himself risen from the sea and placed on solid earth.
You will not die this day, Kratos. The gods cannot allow one who has performed such service to perish by his own hand. Ares' tactics were brutal. His path of destruction had to be stopped. But now there is an empty throne in Olympus, and a new god of war is needed. Take these stairs, Kratos. They lead to your ultimate reward.
Well, there we go. We have acquired the Athena's blade. It's golden, but there's no more enemies to fight. So what's the point? Also, just so you guys know what that, because we have this, we have that, and then we also have, like, the final ability is that. That will immediately freeze all enemies around you, or it also consumes your entire magic spot thingy, so, you know, it's kind of inconvenient.
Your battles are at an end, Kratos. Your journey is over. Take these steps to Olympus, and your place among the gods.
I guess we'll have to call this series something else now that Ares is dead. Yep, pretty much. Mount Olympus. I have to go now, my planet needs me. The gods are not enough. I'm not through with you yet. There is DLC and season pass content left to do. Basically. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, this is... Yeah, Mount Olympus kind of looks similar to the Oracle's temple. It's just a little bit bigger. There we go. And believe it or not, there's one more secret to unlock here. Just one more. So we got some stuff here. You gaze upon the bones of your defeated foe. That's the Minotaur from Hades. You are finally free of your servitude to this insane war god. But I don't know who discovered this, but yeah, you can, as you can see, there's actually a hit counter in there. So we're hitting something by doing this. And we kind of have to keep doing this for a bit. It's kind of like that secret in Resident Evil 2 where, like, if you check that one locker or that one drawer in the STARS office, you get like you have to check it like 50 times and then you get a picture. Like an Easter egg picture. So you basically need to do the same thing here. We're going to keep going for a little while. But it's the last secret, everybody. There's no more secrets after this one. No more spies. Okay. Yeah, I think it has to specifically be with this attack. I don't think you can, like... Yeah, nothing else works. You have to do this specific attack. And I guess it's because they give you Athena's blade because this thing is like the Blades of Chaos but fully upgraded. And I guess the only reason they give this to you is just so you can use this attack, because technically you can get here without upgrading it. Okay. I'd rather be a photo of a bot for me to have been clicking 50 times in a row. It was a picture of the stars. I'm pretty sure. Okay. We'll get there eventually. Trust me, there is a thing. Trust me, there is a thing. I'm not insane. I promise you I'm not insane. I mean, I'm a little bit insane, but not because of this. Okay. Alright. Better not have to get like a consecutive combo here. That would not be good. Well, let me back off a little bit. It's a picture of Kratos with Gura and Artemis as the final cameo. Okay. Game, I think you loaded everything too quickly, so you kind of just gave me a fucking seizure. Alright. Congratulations, you have found our Easter egg. Will you know what to do with it? Secret message 2 has been unlocked. Would you like to save your progress? Sure. Thanks. Aim. We also got a phone number. I don't think the cutscene showed it, but there was a phone number for like a fraction of a second. And I think it's because I was holding down circle that the phone number didn't show up. But yes, you get a phone number and you call the phone number and like it's a pre-recorded message of Kratos telling you like how cool you are. Because you did the thing. That's the Easter egg. And you can't examine these anymore. So you know, maybe I should have saved before destroying the statues and not afterwards, but whatever. Okay. Hitting this block 32,767 times in Paper Mario crashes the game. I mean, I think it almost felt like it did for a minute. Alright, now we can get up here. This is the throne of the God of War. Take your rightful place upon it. But first, let's take a look at that Hydra. Okay, we took a look at that Hydra. Now there's some bones over here too. Some skulls.
And from that point forward, throughout the rest of time, whenever men rode forth to battle for good cause or for evil, they did so under the watchful eye of the man who had defeated a god. They were driven forward by Kratos, the mortal who had become the new God of War.
And that's why the game is called God of War. Congratulations, you have conquered God of War. Interesting thing about this ending is that it could have actually ended the series. Yeah, completed God of War, treasures of Olympus have been unlocked, Godmode has been unlocked. I already had all this stuff though. But yes, like if they had decided to end the game here instead of making a bunch of sequels, that would have been fine because the story would have been concluded. The story would have been like, yeah, that's it. You know, you beat God of War. You got You gotta, you know, Kratos becomes the God of War. He kills Ares, and you know, from this point onward, whenever there is war, Kratos is the one looking over them. But instead, you know, obviously, because the game was very successful, they made sequels. And, it takes until the third game for us to have another conclusive, ending again. Pretty sure, God of War 2 does not end conclusively. God of War 2 ends in a cliffhanger. Pretty much. So here's some people that worked in this game: Shannon Denton, Martin Mercer, Adam Polina, Terry Smith, Brand Bacanta, Mark West. There's a lot more names this time around than there were in Jersey Devil, so we can't read all of them. But I am nonetheless going to let them be on screen because they did work on a video game, and I would like them to get. They only get credited once. And that is at the credits. So I would like to give them credit, because people that make video games do not get enough credits in this industry. We have discussed that a couple times already. Jim Sterling has discussed that extensively. And yes, that's why I don't skip credits anymore. It's boring. It's not fun to watch credits. But it's important. There's a reason they're here, people. We have to let them play. Which is something that kind of upsets me about MMORPGs. You never see a credits thing on an MMORPG, so you'll never know who worked on the game you're spending like thousands of dollars and hours on. That's just some bullshit. So I was listening to some game music, and I realized that game music is just a lot better to listen to by itself, rather than when you're playing the game, or, you know, because there's a bunch of sound effects and stuff going around, so you can't really see it too much. Also, here's a picture of Kratos, made with cutscenes or just gameplay footage of Kratos killing people. I didn't know David Jaff worked on this game. He also was one of the guys behind Twisted Metal. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I gotta look at some of these names and like look them up. Because there's definitely some important people here. MMOs and many other games will have options to watch the credits from the main menu. Kratos will return. Yes, it does. It does multiple times. Okay. I guess they were preemptively expecting this game to do well enough to warrant a sequel. Yeah, Twisted... I remember playing Twisted Metal a little bit when I was a kid. But, not much since then. I should give it a shot one of these days. Anyways. Here's some, extra stuff we can look at. We've got some God of War 3. Actually, I wonder... What's this look like?
War-ravaged Athens.
We're going to show too much blood in here.
Of undead soldiers. Greek mythology's greatest beasts. And a deceptive god. Are no match for the fury
of Kratos?
Of one vengeful warrior. God of War.
March 2005, that's when the game came out. Okay. Live in your world. Play in ours. That was the slogan for the PS2. For anybody who's wondering. The making of God of War. I guess. Look at this real quick. Wow, look at... I think there's some interesting areas here. Yeah, look at that. Guess there were some, like, prototype designs or just, like...
God of War's been in development for about 3 years, roughly. It's including a pretty a fairly lengthy pre-production cycle. And basically, it came from Dave Jaffe's head.
There were so many ready-made play mechanics and gameplay mechanics in the
Oh,
Greek
so
myths
David
already,
was the
that
director,
just like
creative
Medusa's
director.
head and Zeus's thunderbolts and battling cyclopses, and that mixed with just my love of the material was like, okay, this is what we got to do. We got to do this game.
So yeah, he went from Twisted Metal to God of War. That actually, I can see the connection, because they're very like destruction,
immediately
angry
intrigued by it.
games.
When they said, "Hey, we're thinking about Greek mythology for God of War," I was like, "Yeah, let's definitely do that."
The creative director of the game, Dave Jaffe, definitely comes up with a lot of this kind of stuff, and he, you know, likes to involve the team in the design. So he comes up with ideas. You know, we sit around. He comes around, asks us his famous like 1 to 10. What do you think about this idea?
God of War is our attempt to really elevate the action-adventure genre to the next level.
And they did.
We wanted to bring combat.
Every game tried to beat God of
navigation,
War after
puzzle
God of
solving,
War.
all of sort of the classic elements of the genre, but we wanted to bring those to players in a fresh way, in a way that they haven't really seen before, and also at a scope and at a level and sort of this epic feel that they haven't really gotten before in a game.
That's the whole idea behind God of War. Is it's not just a game. It's an adventure like a movie.
I think, again, this was probably one of the beginnings of Sony trying to become like a household for cinematic games.
The sheer amount of concept art and work that went into developing all the characters and the look and feel of the game is pretty unique. I've never seen so much effort put into concepting a game out, making sure that every environment is unique and fits in with the theme of the game overall.
I gave them my influences. It's really to their credit that they were able to sort of extrapolate what I was really going for into art, amazing art. So I ended up sort of getting what I wanted, which was this high adventure, amazing fantasy setting, which was inspired by the stuff that I grew up with, the movies that I grew up watching. But exactly how the game
What kind of
ended up
movies
looking
did he
the way
watch?
it did
I
was
wonder.
really, you'd have to ask the artist.
Because I'd be interested.
Charlie Wynn has been part of the studio for quite some time, and what he's brought to God of War is extremely valuable.
A lot of my job is to create images of what the game feels like.
The mood of the game is
That's Cory Balrock.
the main
Cory
character-
Balrock
main
became
character Kratos
like
is
the
a very,
main guy for the new
disturbed
God of War
character.
games, like the reboot and stuff.
The things I said to him, I said, brutal, nasty, violent, antisocial, pissed off, angry, fuck you. That was my direction to Charlie.
The hardest part about making Kratos was that the storyline wasn't really there yet. And so I was trying to create a character that didn't have that story behind him yet.
I just said, come into work and get angry and see what happens.
Really? Just come to work pissed off and then work like that. That doesn't sound like a good idea, but okay.
The things that, it was really kind of neat because you got to look at the concept art and kind of see how everybody dealt with anger and madness and chaos. The solution was to sort of start stripping away everything. Every time we took away a piece of armor, every time we took away a helmet, a shield, we started seeing more of this animalistic side to this character. Once we got that, it was just an issue of whittling it down, from those 15 images, all of which felt the most brutal, and said out of all these 15, that's the one.
Yeah, Kratos actually was gonna be blue for a minute, I think.
God of War
I kind of like that Kratos didn't look as cool as some of those other concept arts did, because he's such a terrible, dislikable character that you don't want to attach that to like a likable character design. You just want to make the most disgusting person you can possibly
We
make.
want it to be realistic. In order to do that, we have to push the PlayStation 2 as far as it possibly can go.
We use a well-known art package called Maya.
Oh, they use Maya for
everything
this.
in our game.
I've used Maya a few times.
How do you create beautiful, lush environments that are high polygon count, high texture detailed, beautiful lighting, and just consistent through the game?
Technologically, 4 or 5 years into a console, most of the big problems have been solved. So it's just a question of doing it better than everyone else.
You first start with the sheet, and the sheet is also known as collision. That's the very bare bones minimum level of detail that the player actually interacts on. Any of these walls, the player can't go beyond. So this is the confines of the level. This is
I think that's Athens,
what you're
when you're
actually
going down
playing
into like
in,
the
but
main
that's not
city.
What you see. That's what the game's running in
Yeah,
the
that's what it looks like.
I turn the sheet off.
And then
now you can see there's actual artwork associated with that.
It's pretty cool.
Well, we definitely wanted to make the player feel like they were in ancient Greece.
You know, it's to go from really dark, depressing.
Yeah, actually, they actually made the blue Kratos
I
model.
just want to get out of here. To you know, very bright, and you're in the desert, and it's you know, it's to make you feel like, wow, okay, it's a vast world. You know, it's really big world out there.
God of War is it's gonna look real, but it's also gonna have a take to it. You know, like a little bit of a fantasy twist, over the top, like blood and guts.
I don't think that there's any other PlayStation game that achieves that that's out there.
I love these things though, like the freaking when they do the animations like that, because you have to think that there's people doing all of these crazy things, and
Every character
Monster Hunter World
starts out with
actually
a
has
single pose that
mocap
every single animation
done
derives
like
from.
that for the
Starting a move
monsters.
like this,
So
bring in
there's
the
a
base
guy that
pose,
just
and
has like
then
a bunch. Oh my
kind of
god, it's
just start to
fucking.
block
I
a few
love
things
mocap
out.
videos. They're
Maybe
so good.
Even with general, just kind of moving the whole character all as one, getting the timing for things, and then building out from the pelvis. So get the pelvis motion right, then get the chest involved with the pelvis, and maybe start doing the arms, come back with the legs, and then finish with the head and the fingers. So sort of whittling down until I get to that final look.
The original vision, I think, what we wanted was very, very brutal.
It's funny because we were like, let's go find some fight scenes in movies, and that's how we want this guy to move, and that's how nasty we want him to be. And it's weird because when we thought we'd find all these great movies, movie fights are really kind of tame when you think about it. And we actually ended up with only 2 or 3 movies that really obscure films too, that really, when you saw it, you were like, oh my god, that is just some nasty stuff.
So they had to watch a bunch of violent movies in order to come up with the combat system.
There's been quite a few gameplay design sessions or meetings with the animators where we get extremely we move around a lot.
I mean, Kratos moves around a lot, so I can imagine the developers had to move around themselves
so that they can be placed in
to make him really
feel
feel like the God of War.
shaped, very bright arena, and it's just a big wide open space, and I put the guys in that, and I fight with them there, I tune them there, I set up all their moves and combos and their reactions.
The Medusa head animation, ripping the head off the Medusa, very long development cycle for that one. It was redone several times.
We obsessed over it. I pissed off everybody. The animations aren't brutal enough. The art's not brutal enough. There's not enough blood. I want this game to make players just go nuts and feel that sense of anger and chaos.
I think you went a little bit too far with the later games, dude. I will say that. But, you know, to each their own.
We're really, really hammering the quality and trying to get it to be as top-notch as we can get it. There are several other games out there that I would consider that are kind of the top tier in animation, and we're trying to either meet or exceed what they do.
People are going to go, oh my god, this is what action-adventure games have supposed to have been since the very beginning.
Fun fact, for the Shin Godzilla movie they got an OG Japanese theater actor to play Godzilla. He even wore a mask and tail to help him get into the part when doing mocap. Ah, that's fun. I want to see that. I have a confession. I've actually never seen a Godzilla movie besides like the 90s one in America.
God of War, from a production perspective, has been extremely challenging. There's
They
a
gotta watch
number
some.
of areas that, you know, we've really been pressed. Time, money, resources.
Making the game was definitely a fight. Me and the team butted heads a lot, and there was this anger, I guess, that built up inside of me that I think I really transferred over to Kratos, and I look at Kratos now and it's like, that's me.
I'm sorry, that just sounds like you weren't a good
I
project
think we
manager,
verbally abuse each other
David.
multiple times during the day.
I mean,
It's one of those. It's a
I
great
wasn't
time,
there,
thing.
but like,
Start out the day, we're
still.
really happy, and then throughout the day,
It
we
just
get
sounds
very
like
upset
you
with
just
each other
wanted a
and
cool
happy
guy
with
to
each other and
work with.
upset, and hopefully, we can leave and we're happy with each other, and then we come back and we're happy with each other again.
I'm always the guy that the engineers want to strangle because I try to absolutely push this engine to the max.
We've wanted to strangle each other at least once a week.
The prospect of beating the shit out of other workers has you know, occasionally arisen.
We have not actually had any fist fights on the game yet.
No, fist fights certainly aren't allowed in a professional environment.
If we're going to get into a physical fight, it's going to happen in the next 3 months. We're going into the most stressful time of making a game, which is the alpha-beta process.
So the crunch period.
Alpha, baby. So we're an hour from alpha. Nothing's tuned and nothing's finished.
What I am is tired.
Tired.
Tired and more tired?
This is what alpha is, right? All the pieces are there, but it doesn't play right yet, and it doesn't feel right yet, and...
There are a couple of big bugs that people are working on. If we don't get them by 7, then we'll get them done by 8 or 9 or 10.
I'm glad game development
almost done. Like at the end
for
of the
indie
tunnel.
devs
I'm
is
so
hopefully
happy
a little bit easier than this.
An hour away from being able to say, at least we have a game.
Or like, you know, this right here is why I don't like pressuring developers
Fantastically important, and this is the first
to like
game that
lose their mind over
really
like getting the game on time
gone
and
to
stuff.
town
Like
on-
if it's
on the
ready,
playtesting,
great. But if it's not
while the
ready,
game
just
has
take
been
your
in
time.
development.
I don't want people to suffer
5
for
or 6
making a
people in
video game.
from the local colleges, and we'll sit them down in front of the latest version of whatever level we've been building, and we'll watch them play it, and we'll notice all of the things that they don't do right, or all the times that they can't find the way to solve a puzzle because we've obviously not highlighted it well enough, or if they can't see the door in the background, then we'll add an extra light in so it's highlighted. It's really kind of like making, you know, it's like making a movie. At the beginning of the project, we decided we were going to build a playtesting room in our office, and that has proved to be a very good decision.
There's our huge PlayStation booth. So good to
Oh,
be
yeah,
one of the big titles this year, so hopefully it'll get some attention.
Maybe
and
2004
everything it deserves.
probably. Yeah. Best original game 2004, best console game, best PS2 game, best E3 2004. Yeah, I didn't start watching E3 until like 2014 or something.
I think whether you're into mythology or not, I think you can't deny the power of a game made by passionate people.
God of War is a game that anyone can pick up and play and have a really fun
Not
experience.
anyone.
You should play God of War because it'll get you laid.
This is the adventure that the back of the box has always promised you.
God of War is fucking rad.
Did the sound just cut off? Really? It's because I wasn't using my controller and it just disconnected. Okay, well there you go. There's the making of God of War. It was there was a lot of crunch, but they did it. Deleted levels. Anyways, I don't want to stick around here too long, so let's see. Monsters of Myth. I know there's one around here that I actually want to kind of check out.
When it came to the character,
I will look at this maybe some other time. I don't know. Maybe when we're just like doing nothing. But Challenge of the Gods. That's the extra bit of gameplay that you can do afterwards that I was talking about. So I'm gonna show you guys a little bit, and then you'll know why I don't like this. So, moves and magic have been modified to suit each challenge. Your challenge 1 out of 10. Knock 8 enemies off the platform before time runs out. Killing an enemy will fail the challenge. Yeah, so okay. It's just doing challenges, and they're very easy to fail, and they get very annoying. And you can't actually save in this one. Oh, first of all, hello, Grave Robert Monculus. Welcome to the stream. Yes, this challenge is fucking sucking. That's why we're not going to do them. I'm just showing. I just wanted to show it off to see what it's like. But they are, oh god, they are annoying. In God of War 1, they're terrible. In God of War 2, they're terrible. In God of War Chains of Olympus, it's not that bad. But I still don't like them. And I just knocked the fuck out of my headphones off. Wait, hold on, Jesus Christ. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, this challenge is just... And, I think you get something for actually doing them, like extra costumes. Oh, here's that phone number that I was talking about that you get for destroying the statues. And I think this one you get for completing God mode. Here we come to you, God of War. Prepare for your reward. You can call that phone number. Okay. There you go. Now I've done this already in the past, and I'm not about to do it again. We're already going more than an hour over the stream. Hate being a completionist. Yeah, I don't know how I completed some of these games. Like I completed this game, I completed Tales of Symphonia. There's a lot of games that I've completed that I really didn't want to complete. That was me. That was my fault. I was dumb stupid, but it's fine. Now, cool thing though, alternate customs. Let me show you guys what those are like. So you got regular Kratos. These are pretty silly actually. You got the Chef of War. He gets extra magic. You got Bubbles. He gets health. You got Tycoonius. He gets extra experience. We got the Dairy Bastard. He gets magic, and then just like an actual regular armor, Ares' armor. He gets more defense and attack power and stuff. So if you want to do a new playthrough, you know, you can do it by looking very silly. I'll just show off what Tycoonus looks like real quick.
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me.
Because if you're gonna do like a, I think this might actually be like the best costume for if you're trying to do a speed run, because that way you can get the you can level up your weapons very quickly. But then again, the magic ones would also be pretty useful.
And Kratos cast himself from the highest mountain in all of Greece.
Now there is no hope. He says as he wears a suit.
10 years of
This
suffering, 10 years of endless nightmares.
I gotta show you guys what this looks like real quick.
Death would be his escape from madness.
Business Kratos here to cut down the competition. Listen,
not always been this way.
if Usagi ever plays this game, I really need her to do it with this outfit. He uses briefcases too. Look at that. Yeah, I'm just showing off like the extra costumes now. Look at this. We're in a business suit. I mean, you can't really it's kind of hard to see the additional gain in this first couple of enemies, but yeah. Yeah, we got extra costumes. Look at that. It clips his shoulders clip through them. Oh, that is hilarious. I will be like, I kind of wanted to play the game in one of these costumes, just for the hell of it. You know, like I'm, just trying to get like the regular playthrough done. Here, I'll tell you guys this: if I ever replay this game for like a speedrun or something, I promise you, I promise you, I will use one of these silly ass stupid costumes. And not just like a regular playthrough of the game again. Okay. This is the game that made me go to hack and slash games. Yeah, you can't be too bad at this one. You can't afford that. If you've seen the Bayonetta clips I've posted, you'll understand what I mean. I have not. I actually do recognize your grave, Robert Monculus. Now that I think about it, I've seen that name before. Yeah, I know who you are. Okay, I'm gonna look up some clips because I do enjoy me some good hack and slash montages, even if I'm not good at hack and slash games. Yes. Probably had to get on those guys for blocking my way. Oh, okay, well, I'm glad you got it. I am stretching. Oh my everything. Okay, they had wire in really bad high traffic areas where they weren't even using them yet. And Twitter. All right, I'll check them out after this. Nonetheless, this was God of War. I hope you guys enjoyed our little adventure with the game. So again, we are going. The next game was gonna be another God of War game, but I kind of want to spice up the genres a little bit. I don't want to play the same kind of game too long. So the next game that we're going to start next week is either going to be Bioshock or a Half-Life game. Not sure yet. I have a couple days to decide. Most likely, that's what it's going to be. I learned some things about Kratos that I wasn't expecting. Dairy Bastard is the best person. For instance, he is not, in fact, the God of War, except when he actually is. And the Cot of War, that's also another one. But yes, Bioshock or Half-Life. And then for the other game, as soon as I'm done streaming here, which is going to be in the next minute or so, I'm going to make a straw poll, and I'm going to post it on Twitter to let you guys choose what the next B-side experimental game is going to be. It's going to be between Helix, Cthulhu Saves the World, and Undertale. Undertale's probably going to win. I've never played any of those three games. So, we'll see what happens. Yes. So, I'm gonna post that poll. We'll see what happens. Pop RPG, Moon RPG, or Lovecraft RPG, basically. And tomorrow, assuming I do stream, I should be able to stream tomorrow again. We'll do more backlog recataloging. So I'll show you guys real quick. We will be doing a little bit of reloads. Yeah, we will be cataloging these games. So like all of this stuff. We'll be cataloging this. We'll be cataloging a couple of these, and we'll be cataloging all of these. I've got a decent amount of PS1 games on my PS3, but I'm pretty sure I can emulate all of these except Vagrant Story. Vagrant Story. This one doesn't emulate too well, but the rest of this should be fine. Nonetheless, it's just to prove that I actually do have these games, and I'm not just emulating them completely out of piracy, though I will do that sometimes. Okay. So as many as I was expecting. I think this doesn't have this doesn't have Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3, or Spyro 1, 2, or 3, or Crash Team Racing. I deleted all of those because of the HD remasters that they got. So no Prototype or Infamous. I do actually have Infamous physically, and I have Prototype on PS4. So I do have them. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll love all of those games you just listed. Okay. But yeah, it's about all I really need to do here. So again, Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I was thinking of like a greeting that I can use, because I would say Ohio when I start my stream. You know, instead of Ohio, I say it's Ohio, because I do say y'all every once in a while. The problem is that I stream at nighttime. I mean, it's morning for Japan, but I don't think I have Japanese viewers. Unless Lord Athelstan is lurking. For going away, I was thinking like Oyol Sumi. But that sounds kind of weird. I like Ohio, but I don't know if I like Oyol Sumi. It's... Maybe. If you don't have Japanese viewers, then don't swear. It just sounds like, oh hi, yo. You know what? That's actually not a bad not bad thing. Anyways, my voice is dying now. It's time to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.